Today is Sunday, September 23rd, 2012, and today I can do whatever I want, so I've decided to do a bit of a behind the scenes. Why do I make these videos? Why am I doing them one a day? Sometimes two a day, maybe even three. Who knows what'll happen today? Anyway, I got started on this. Shout out to Fexid for real. He got me kind of started on this. He was doing a video a day. I think he called it Vadage, video a day in June or something like that. And at the time when I saw his video, I was thinking, hey, you know, that'd be kind of cool. And the reason I took it on was I wanted to basically practice some skills that I use in filmmaking. And if you look closely at this, if you're a content watcher, you'll see behind me there is not a reflection today, the same as the reflection in that picture frame, because today I messed around with the lighting a bit. And you can see if you follow backward and compare, there's some other things I've done differently as time has passed. I've been playing around with basically filming effects or techniques. Yeah, techniques is probably better. Even setting up the camera, how I set it up, and whether or not where I put the microphone. I've been doing a few different things. So that's good. I've also got a few things in my mind. It helps me kind of, you wouldn't believe how many takes I do sometimes, simply because I cannot get the date right. I mess that up, so maybe I'm practicing my memory skills. Anyway, so it's more of a, gives me something I'm going to do every day that's creative. I like that. And from time to time, I even think I might be able to make some kind of a difference somehow, some way. And that today, I'm going to speak about it again. You heard me speak about it last couple of days if you watch these. But here we are in the 21st century. We can put humanoids on the moon if we want to. We can put them in a space station and keep them up there pretty much indefinitely if we want to. But there are certain everyday common sense stuff we just can't seem to solve. And the first one I'm going to talk about is, are you ready for it? Gas and dash. How long have people been, being killed because they are trying to do the right thing, and that is ensure that the person who took and pumped fuel paid for the fuel? For most of it, it's just like, hey, I wouldn't go and pump fuel and not pay for it. It wouldn't even occur to me. All right, so someone's having a rough time, they've got no cash, they need to get somewhere, and they decide, I'm going to pump this tank full of fuel, I'm going to run away. Unfortunately, there are and have been a number of people who've decided, no, I can't let that happen, because they fear they're going to lose their job if they, have, hey, my balance, I didn't take $110 in sales. Where did I go? No, I didn't steal it. Someone stole it from me. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, that. They're worried about that. So they want to get the person who pumped the fuel to pay for the fuel. So they put their life at risk to save their job or avoid having to pay for it out of their own pocket. This is something that's human nature. We probably find that to be a positive aspect of human nature. We want people to approach their work that way, take it seriously, But so we have this situation we've allowed to go on for years where you can pump fuel without paying in advance. And why? Oh, it's inconvenient. I've heard somebody say, oh, it's inconvenient if you have to pay before you pump. Okay, so let's analyze that for a moment. You are going to pay for it eventually. You're going to either pay for it with a credit card, or you're going to pay for it with a debit card, or maybe you're going to pay for it with cash. In each case, you're going to have to do something where you do the payment. How does it matter or inconvenience you if you do that step before you pump? Credit card in the machine, credit card at the desk, payment in cash at the desk. You don't need to actually wait till you've pumped the fuel, do you? You could do it in advance, and it would not really change anything. And, well, no, wait. Except for the case that you're a thief, you're planning to pump and not pay. Yeah, that's an inconvenience. You can't pump and then not pay. So the rest of us are probably thinking, so there really isn't an inconvenience except for the criminals, which is probably good. So why don't we just solve this? At least in Ontario, all those Ontarians who are listening, watching, fire off a letter or email even if you have to the provincial government saying, hey, I personally would like to see pay before you pump so that we don't have to worry about it could be a future relation to you, could be your son, your daughter, could be your next door neighbor getting killed because they're trying to do the right thing when someone else decides they're going to steal some fuel. Come on, send the email. How long could it take? It doesn't have to say much. Maybe I'll even put up a template letter somewhere and then I'll link it to this video. That's all for today. Have a good one, and you'll probably see me here tomorrow doing the same old, same old. Bye.